Welcome to lecture number 26 of financial statement analysis and valuation. Previously हमने analysis किया था financial statements का with respect to short term debt paying ability. उसके बाद we did long term debt paying ability. After that we studied profitability. Now we will discuss the concept of with respect to the investor. It means कि how does the investor look at the financial reports when deciding whether to invest in any company or not? Or you can say that what should an investor look at when the investor has to decide whether to buy shares or not of any specific company. Certain types of analysis particularly concern investors. While this chapter is not intended as a comprehensive guide to investment analysis, it will introduce certain types of analysis useful to the investor. So what we'll do, we will not do a comprehensive study on the investment analysis. We will not go into a lot of complex and detailed analysis. We will look at a few ratios jinke through you can try to figure out how good the company is when it comes to investing in it. In addition to the analysis covered in this chapter, an investor would also be interested in the liquidity, debt and profitability ratios covered in prior chapters. For example, investor देख सकता है कि what are the profitability figures of any company, how much profit can it earn or how much profit it is expected to earn in the future. So वो investor के लिए that will be a very a significant aspect. साथ साथ you should also look at the debt कि company जो है how much debt does it have the capacity to take care of it short-term loans, does it have the capacity to take care of it long-term loan. जो कि जिस कंपनी में जितनी ज्यादा capacity होगी to pay back its loan, obviously उतनी ही stable company होगी. Leverage and its effects on earnings. The use of debt, which is called financial leverage, has a significant impact on earnings. The existence of fixed operating costs called operating leverage also affects earnings. The higher the percentage of fixed operating costs, the greater the variation in income as a result of variation in sales. होता यह है कि जितनी ज्यादा आपकी होती हैं फिक्स्ड ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट होती है उतना ज्यादा द मोर प्रॉफिट यू अर्न उतना ज्यादा ही प्रॉफिट यू गेट इन द एंड which can be distributed to the shareholders. So जितनी ज्यादा किसी भी कंपनी में फिक्स्ड एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं और जितनी कम वेरिएबल कॉस्ट होती है कंपेयर टू फिक्स्ड एक्सपेंसेस उतनी ज्यादा कंपनी में एज द प्रॉफिट इंक्रीजेस the more retained earnings the company can have और उतना ज्यादा dividends can be paid to the investor. This book does not compute a ratio for operating leverage because it cannot be readily computed from published financial statements. The expense of debt financing is interest, a fixed charge dependent on the amount of financial principal and the rate of interest. Now, what does it mean? It means if there's any company which decides to get a loan from a bank, so obviously company bank से जितना loan लेगी, that will be the principal figure of that loan. फिर उस loan पे you will have to pay fixed amount every month, which is called the percentage पे आप जिस markup पे you're getting the loan from the bank. Interest is a contractual obligation created by borrowing agreement. So when you borrow money from a bank, so आप interest जो pay करते हैं, it is a contractual obligation. So it is written in the contract के आपने इतना markup देना है on the loan which you are getting from a bank or any financial institute. So that interest, you can say it becomes a fixed expense which you have to pay every month. In Contrast to dividends, interest must be paid regardless of whether the firm is in a highly profitable period. So you will have to pay the interest, बेशक आप का प्रॉफिट कम हो रहा है या ज्यादा हो रहा है, द इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस विल ऑलवेज बी देयर. साथ साथ हमने पढ़ा था, इफ यू रिमेंबर इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स, कि डिविडेंड्स जो है वो कंपनीज का वेरी होता है. चंद कंपनीज जो हैं वो डिविडेंड्स पांच दफा रोक लेती है, चंद कंपनीज जो है वो कॉन्स्टेंटली दे कीप पेइंग दी डिविडेंड. बट एज यू नो, डिविडेंड जो होता है दैट ऑलवेज कम्स फ्रॉम योर प्रॉफिट. और जो आपका एक्सपेंस होता है, इंटरेस्ट एक्सपेंस, वो एक्सपेंस इज अ कांस्टेंट, whether you are earning a lot of profit, whether you are not earning any profit, or whether you are earning less profit. An advantage over interest over dividends is its tax deductibility, because interest is subtracted to calculate taxable income. Income tax expense is reduced. Definition of financial leverage and magnification effects. The use of financing with a fixed charge such as interest is termed financial leverage. So what is financial leverage? Financial leverage होती है कि when you use debt to make assets for your company, that is called financial leverage. Financial leverage is successful if the firm earns more on the borrowed funds than it pays to use them. For example, एक कंपनी है, उसने बैंक से लोन लिया है 10% मार्क पे. It means कि it will have to pay an interest of 10% every year on that borrowed money or on that principal amount. अब उसने जो अमाउंट बोरो किया है बैंक से, इफ इट इज अर्निंग मोर देन 10% ऑन इट, तभी ऑब्वियसली आपका फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज जो है वो यूजफुल है. क्यों? बिकॉज you're earning more from that borrowed money than what you have to pay to the bank in form of interest on it. It is not successful if the firm earns less on the borrowed funds than it pays to use them. Using financial leverage results in a fixed financing charge that can materially affect the earnings available to the common shareholders. A fixed financing charge means that you are paying interest every month. When you are paying interest every month, when you are paying interest annually on it, so obviously it will have a material effect on the earnings available to the common shareholders. Exhibit 9.1 illustrates financial leverage and its magnification effects. In this illustration, earnings before interest and tax for Dowell Company are 1 million. Further, the firm has an interest expense of 2 lakh. आपका interest expense है 200,000 and a tax rate of 40%. The statement illustrates the effects of leverage on the return to common stockholder. As earnings before interest and tax, EBIT is your earnings before interest and tax. जो आपका interest expense है और जो आपका tax expense है, उससे पहले जो earnings होती है, that is called EBIT. Of 1 million, the net income is 480,000. If EBIT increases by 10% to 1.1 million as in the exhibit, the net income rises by 12.5%. This magnification is caused by the fixed nature of interest expense. Now this is your exhibit 911. Base year figures क्या है? आपकी जो earnings before interest and tax है वो 1 million है. आपका interest जो है that is 200,000 per year. So आपकी earnings before tax is 800,000. आपका इनकम टैक्स विच इज 40%, वो जब आप कैलकुलेट करेंगे सो दैट कम्स टू 320,000. तो जो आपकी नेट इनकम मींस आफ्टर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स, वो है 480,000. अच्छा, अब हम दिस इज योर बेस ईयर फिगर्स. अब हम देखते हैं 20% डिक्रीज इन अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स अगर आपका होता है. अभी योर earnings before interest and tax is 1 million. So if there's a decrease of 20%, so your earnings before interest and tax will be uh, 800,000. आपको पता है कि आपका interest is fixed. सो द इंटरेस्ट अगेन इज 200,000। तो आप देखेंगे जो आपकी अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट बिफोर टैक्स हैं वो आपकी रिड्यूस हो गई हैं बाय 200,000। अच्छा, नेट इनकम जो है, नेट इनकम जो है ऑब्वियसली आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे कि note that since the tax rate remains the same, earnings before tax change at the same rate as earnings after tax. Hence, this analysis could be made with either profit figure. तो जो आपकी earnings before टैक्स होंगी या earnings after tax होंगी वो आपके सेम प्रोपोर्शन में होगा। तो अब हम देखते हैं इसमें जो आपका when there was a 20% decrease in earnings before interest and tax था, तो उसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट स्टेट द सेम 200,000 हो गया था, आपकी इनकम टैक्स 40% थी, तो आपकी नेट इनकम जो थी वो 360,000 थी। तो व्हाट इज द परसेंटेज चेंज इन नेट इनकम? ये ऑलवेज होगा विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द बेस ईयर, दैट इज 25%। जो आपकी परसेंटेज चेंज इन नेट इनकम थी, नेट इनकम आपकी 360,000 है और बेस ईयर में 480,000, सो देयर वाज अ चेंज ऑफ 25%। आपकी परसेंटेज चेंज इन अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड एक्सपेंस जो था ईबीआईटी, वो आपका पहले 800,000 था और बेस ईयर में आपका 1 मिलियन था, तो देयर वाज अ चेंज ऑफ 20%। तो डिग्री ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लिवरेज होता है परसेंटेज चेंज इन नेट इनकम डिवाइडेड बाय परसेंटेज चेंज इन अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स, तो वो आपका था 1.25। सेकेंड ईयर में हम देखते हैं when there's a 10% increase in earnings before interest and expense, तो जो आपकी बेस ईयर में earnings before interest and tax थी वो थी 1 million, तो after an increase that will be 1.1 million। you know आपका interest stays the same, आपका earnings before tax 900,000 से increase हुई which were 800,000, 900,000 थी, so there was an increase of 100,000 with respect to the base year। आपका जो इनकम टैक्स 40% है दैट इज ऑलवेज ऑन योर अर्निंग्स बिफोर टैक्स, तो आपका जो नेट इनकम थी दैट इंक्रीज टू 540,000। तो विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द बेस ईयर आपकी जो परसेंटेज चेंज इन नेट इनकम थी वो थी 12.5% का चेंज था। जो परसेंटेज चेंज इन अर्निंग्स बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स था वो 10% का था। तो आपकी डिग्री ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज थी 1.25%। Computing the degree of financial leverage. The degree of financial leverage is the multiplication factor by which the net income changes as compared with the change in EBIT. One way of computing it is as follows. आपका percentage change in net income divided by percentage change in EBIT, जैसे हमने अभी calculate किया है। The degree of financial leverage is 1.2. From a base EBIT of 1 million, any change in EBIT will be accompanied by 1.2 times that change in net income. If net income before tax and before interest and tax rises 4%, earnings to the shareholder will rise 5%. If net income before interest and tax falls 8%, earning to the stockholder will decline 10%. So ये आपका this is what 1.25 times shows. The degree of financial leverage can be computed more easily as follows. So the degree of financial leverage, it has two formulas. पहला formula ये था. There's a much simpler formula which is earnings before interest and tax divided by earnings before tax. So if we again refer to this exhibit 9.1, तो हम देखेंगे using this formula degree of financial leverage at earnings before interest and tax on 1 million है आपका 1 million आपका फिगर ये आ गया earnings before interest and tax divided by earnings before tax, वो आपका 800,000 था, again you get the same figure. Note the degree of financial leverage represents a particular base level of income. The degree of financial leverage may differ for other levels of income or fixed charges. जो आपका degree of financial leverage है, it should not include these items. Why? Will not work precisely when income statement includes any of the following items. Non controlling interest, you should never include it, और जो आपकी equity income है. सेकंड आपका है नॉन रिकरिंग आइटम, जैसे डिसकंटिन्यूड ऑपरेशन है। फॉर एग्जांपल एक फाइनेंशियल पीरियड में आपको डिसकंटिन्यूड ऑपरेशन है which you do not which you will not repeat in the next financial period, so that should not be included when you're calculating the degree of financial leverage. फिर आपका एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी आइटम्स है, जो कि एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी आइटम्स आर इनफ्रीक्वेंट एंड दे आर मटेरियल। तो होता ही है कि दैट विल ऑलवेज डिस्टॉर्ट द फिगर फॉर degree of financial leverage. So these should not be included when you are calculating the degree of financial leverage. Exhibit 9.2 shows the degree of financial leverage for Nike. The degree of financial leverage is 1.02 for 2009 and 1.02 for 2008. This is a very low degree of financial leverage. Therefore, the financial leverage at the end of 09 indicates that as earnings before interest changes, net income will change by 1.02 times that amount. So this is a very negligible financial leverage का है. If earnings before interest increases, the financial leverage will be favorable. If earnings before interest decreases, financial leverage will be unfavorable. So what sort of calculation can we, what sort of conclusion can we come to using this? In periods of relatively low or declining interest rate, जब आपका interest rate low होता है या decrease हो रहा होता है, financial leverage looks more favorable than in periods of high or increasing interest rate. So this is the degree of financial leverage calculation. आपको दिया हुआ है इनकम बिफोर इनकम टैक्सेस गिवन है, आपका इंटरेस्ट है, so when you add that interest, you will get earnings before interest and tax, and through this you can calculate the degree of financial leverage, dividing earnings before interest and tax by earnings before income taxes. Summary of financial leverage क्या है? Two things are important in looking at financial leverage as part of financial analysis. First, how high is the degree of financial leverage? This is a type of risk or opportunity measurement from the viewpoint of the stockholder. Obviously, अगर आपका financial leverage ज़्यादा है तो आपकी opportunity होगी या risk होगा. That is how you look at it from the point of the stockholder. The higher the degree of financial leverage, the greater the multiplication factor. So if the higher is the degree of financial leverage, तो जितना आपका EBIT बढ़ेगा उसी हिसाब से आपका प्रॉफिट बढ़ेगा, और जिस तरीके से आपका EBIT डिक्रीज होगा उसी हिसाब से आपका जो प्रॉफिट है वो भी ऑब्वियसली डिक्रीज हो रहा है. So that is the multiplication factor. Second, does the financial leverage work for or against the owners? Now we'll do a few questions related to financial leverage. Define financial leverage. What is its effect on earnings? One is the use of financial leverage, advantages and disadvantages. Financial leverage is the use of financing with a fixed charge. Obviously, उसमें आपका जो fixed charge है, that is आपका interest expense which you are paying every year. Financial leverage will magnify changes in earnings available to the common shareholders. जो obviously जितना ज़्यादा आपका end में अर्निंग्स रह जाती है आफ्टर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स, उतना ज्यादा हिस्सा मिलेगा कॉमन शेयर होल्डर. Its uses advantages: when a firm obtains a greater return on the resources obtained than the rate of interest expense. जितना आप ज्यादा अर्न करेंगे compared to the interest which you are paying on that debt, तो उतना ज्यादा आपका फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज होगा. Its uses disadvantages: when a firm obtains a low return on the resources obtained than the rate of interest expense. Question 2 है, given a set level of earnings before interest and tax, how will a rise in interest rates affect the degree of financial leverage? If the interest rate rises, the degree of financial leverage will rise. For example, suppose a firm has the following pattern of earnings with इसका long term debt इसने लिया हुआ है 1 million का, और जो उस पे इंटरेस्ट पे करती है that is 8%. We assume कि जो आपकी earnings before interest and tax हैं वो 1 million के हैं, तो आपका जो इंटरेस्ट है जो आपने 1 million लोन लिया हुआ है वो 8% पे आता है 18%. तो आपकी earnings before tax बन गई 940,000 की. तो डिग्री ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज आ जाएगी आपकी income before interest and expense, which is 1 million divided by earnings before tax, so 1.09. If the rate of interest rises to 12%, अब हम assume करते हैं कि सब कुछ constant है ना, only thing that is changing is the rate of interest. So as the rate of interest जो आप बैंक को pay कर रही हैं वो increase हो रहा है, तो हो क्या रहा है, you end up paying more interest expense. तो आपका जो earning before interest and tax है वो 1 billion है, अब आपका interest has risen to 120,000, तो जो earnings before tax है वो आपकी कम हो गई है टू $880,000. तो डिग्री ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज क्या थी, हो गई है न्यू इज 1.14. आप देखेंगे जैसे आपका इंटरेस्ट बढ़ा उसी हिसाब से आपकी जो फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज थी वो भी इंक्रीज हो गई. तो दैट इज हाउ यू इंटरप्रेट द डिग्री ऑफ फाइनेंशियल लीवरेज रेशियो. Then we will do another question. McDonald Company shows the following condensed income statement information for the current period. आपको revenue दिया हुआ है, उसमें आपकी cost production सी, from that you get the gross profit. फिर it has given you all the expenses, आपके selling और general expenses आ गए. From this you get the operating income. Then you get other expenses. उसमें obviously आपका interest का भी आप देखेंगे आ गया. ऑपरेटिंग इनकम में आपकी अदर ऑपरेटिंग इनकम आई और ऑपरेटिंग इनकम बिफोर इनकम टैक्सेस आपकी ये थी. सो यू गेट ऑपरेटिंग इनकम बिफोर इनकम टैक्सेस. then you get tax related to operations or this is how you get income from operations. So now calculate the degree of financial leverage. So degree of financial leverage is earnings before interest tax. ये आपको you already have the formula above. So you get 975,000 plus 70,000 आपने ऐड किया. अच्छा इसमें from here where do you get the 70,000 जो आप interest पे कर रहे थे, ये आपका आ गया इंटरेस्ट पे. तो आपकी ऑपरेटिंग इनकम बिफोर इनकम टैक्सेस में यू ऐड द इंटरेस्ट एंड यू डिवाइडेड बाय योर 975 जो आपने कैलकुलेट किया था ऑपरेटिंग इनकम बिफोर इनकम टैक्स. तो यू गेट द लीवरेज. Another question, a firm has earnings before interest and tax of 100,000, interest itna given hai and net income of 40,000 in year 1. So you have to calculate the degree of financial leverage in base year 1. The solutions are here. Then B is if earnings before interest and tax increase by 10% in year 2, what will be the new level of earnings assuming the same tax as in year 1. तो अब इसमें आपको क्या शो कर रहा है, if earnings before interest and tax increase by 10% and at the same time assuming that the same tax rate as in year 1. So there is no change in the tax rate. The change is in the earnings before interest and tax return. तो आप देखेंगे कि आपकी prior earnings before interest and tax में आपका 10% increase आया है, तो उसके हिसाब से you will calculate the leverage. Part C में वो कहता है earnings before interest and tax decreases to 800,000 year 2. What will be the new level of earnings assuming the same tax in year 1? Again, there is no change in the tax rate. The only change is in the earnings before interest and tax, which has decreased to 800,000. So again, you will adjust the new earnings before interest and tax, and accordingly you will calculate the uh, financial leverage. So this is the end of lecture number 20.